What's going on, friends and family? My name is Slim. I'm the voice of League of Lions Wrestling, and I would love to welcome you all to the Lion's Den. Today I'm joined by my friend, my family, Mr. Kilgore Nix. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Like I said, I feel like we've done this about a month or two ago, and our cameraman decided he was going to misplace it.
I don't know, maybe
his last name is Grimes. I'm not going to tell you which Grimes, but no. I'm just playing. No, we did have technical difficulties on that, so we're gonna kick this thing off. You know, twice the charm, make it a little bit better, I guess, huh? All right. Kick me off, man. I know a lot of the questions. I know the answers now from last time, so I'm gonna let you kind of steer this guy. Let's start with your training.
Yeah. So I started here at League of Lions, training under Chris. I trained with Chris for about a year and a half, and over that time, I got to kind of help in a few guys, guys like Matlock, TD Shepard. Got to help those guys. They helped me. Built a lot of bonds, a lot of friendships there. Rambo, who's not here anymore. I got my start there, and after a while, I felt like I was kind of stagnating. I felt like I'd kind of learned everything I could at that point, and I wanted to kind of test myself. Go out there. So I went to Dallas, the Denton area, actually. And I started training at the dojo with Athena. If you don't know her, she was Ember Moon in NXT and in WWE. But that was an interesting experience, to say the least.
Good interesting, bad interesting,
both.
Just growth interesting?
Both. It helped me grow as a person. I trained there for 3 months. Actually quit wrestling after those 3 months because just my time there, the way the environment felt, it made me feel like I was unworthy of being in a wrestling ring, and it really just shattered all my confidence. But it was good. It was a healthy growing experience because I got to see the bad side of wrestling and realize that not everybody's like that. There are good people out there like you, like Kane. And after that, like I said, I quit for 9 months, and I just got the itch. I got the itch that I felt like I was cutting myself short on this dream, and I knew that I was willing to die for this. I was willing to do whatever it took to make it as a wrestler. So I came back to League of Lions. I kind of stopped training and I just started wrestling again. Just getting booked on shows, working with guys like Cordova had the biggest influence on my early career. He was the first guy that really saw me and he was like, you can be a star. Like, League of Lions is a stepping stone for you to become what you can be. So I got to work guys like that, wrestled in a main event title match with Cordova over that time. And I don't know, it was really transformative because I really started to realize that I was working way too hard at wrestling, and maybe just getting booked on these shows, meeting new people, getting these in-match experiences was more important than going back to another wrestling school. Right. So that's what I did. And I learned a lot. And over that time, I had a couple of bad matches back to back that kind of made me take a step back and realize maybe I should go to another school. Maybe I should go train again. And I found RWA, the Rhodes Wrestling Academy.
He just nonchalantly throws that out there. I found RWA.
I found it.
We talked about this the first interview about how, I mean, it's the Rhodes family. And, you know, Cody's big shit now.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that because of whatever. And, Dusty is Dusty. But Dustin was my go-round.
Yeah.
You got to remember what genre I am. When Dusty brings in his kid, the natural. And then when he says, to hell with this, I'm going to be Gold Dust. And Dustin's like, I have nothing but love for Dustin Rhodes. That dude is amazing to me. So, I found Dustin's school.
I was lucky enough to find RWA.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But to get a little sappy, the thing that's kind of changed my entire career and made me who I am now was my dad. He was kind of my biggest non-supporter. He kind of supported me on the sidelines, but he never really believed in me when I was wrestling before. But he got really sick at the beginning of 2022, and he eventually passed away. But around that time, he really started to see what I was doing, and he realized that I was putting in the work, grinding my ass off on the roads, doing everything that I could to be the best wrestler I could be. And he helped me fund getting into RWA. So RWA started about 2 weeks or so after my dad passed away. And when he died, I told myself, I'm not going to let what my dad did for me go to waste, and I'm committing my entire life to wrestling. And I went there, homeless, no money, just committed to being just the best wrestler I could possibly be. And Dustin Rhodes, the legend, he took a big liking to me because his father had just recently passed away. And it was just a really transformative experience for me because a lot of the people that I've met at the top weren't extremely kind to me. But getting to meet Dustin, he was like dad number 2. I mean, he was amazing for me. He kept me going. He really did when I was there. But I learned from arguably one of the greatest wrestlers that's ever lived. I got his stamp of approval that I can be somebody, and I won MVP of Camp 5, graduated from there.
And main event on the showcase?
Not main event on the showcase.
It's semi, wasn't it?
We were one of the top matches,
yeah.
But the big thing in my match was that I won my match, which is kind of not the norm.
Because the main was previous graduates who came back. It wasn't ones from that class. That's right.
Yeah. But that kind of woke me up to the idea that I can be somebody.
Right.
And ever since then.
So we leave RWA.
Yeah.
You come back. I'm just going to let you run with this. Tell me some organizations you've been at. I know CWA, you got to kind of fulfill a destiny with Mr. Barrett Brown, and we'll let you hit on that a little bit. I know y'all are doing KOS now. Run with it, brother. Brag on yourself. You've earned it.
I've been kind of all over the place in Texas. After I graduated RWA, I had nothing. Didn't have a car anymore. I was homeless. Didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And a company by the name of CWF, the Christian Wrestling Federation up in Dallas, they were booking Barrett Brown. And Barrett Brown is someone I had always looked up to for my entire career, and I knew that that's somewhere I wanted to be because he was there. So my buddy Kane and I, your son, Kane, just so they know. So we went up there, I got to shake the hand of the guy that owns the company, and I got to see Barrett. Barrett got me in there, he vouched for me, told the promoter that I was good enough and that I could go. And that snowballed into me having a match with Barrett Brown. And just like how RWA kind of changed my whole career, that match with Barrett Brown kind of changed my whole perspective on wrestling. Getting to wrestle with someone with that kind of mind, where he can just go, and
90 miles an hour. Good Lord, he's quick.
And he never forgets. He remembers everything, and he's just a leader. He commands the ring. Getting to be in that ring with him and have that match, and have what I would consider as a great match, the best match of my career, hands down, and show him that I could do something. You know, that was huge for me. That was really huge for me. After that, I got the opportunity to kind of start training with him, going out to his place, getting some training sessions in, learning from one of the best in this state, if not the entire world, and just honing my craft. And since then, that's exactly what I've been doing. I've just been going from show to show, honing my craft. I've wrestled at companies like Loco, which is huge in the Houston area. Wrestled a bunch of Lucha Libre shows here at League of Lions. King of Sports is my big home now. I really feel like I belong there. And Kane and I are kind of changing the game at King of Sports. But there's a ton of companies that I've worked for, a ton of great people that have been in my corner, that have supported me to get to this point. But like I said before, my mission here at League of Lions is to be a champion because I know in my heart that I'm worthy of that.
So let's talk about that championship goal in mind right now. We're looking, been back here
4 months.
Let's say 3 or 4 months, something like that. I know you've had a couple great matches that escalated to this triple threat ladder match for the Digital Media Championship, and our little buddy Dax decided he was going to try to see what your jewels were all about, and cost you that match. Karma's a bitch, and he's on crutches now.
I wonder why.
You know.
Let's just make it a point there.
Yeah.
I wonder why that little boy is on crutches. What did I tell you? I was going to break you. And what did I do? Look at you now. You look like a joke. I might be this nice guy on the surface, but deep down, I got a lot of rage. And you pushed the wrong buttons. Anyways, continue.
No, you're good. So we got the problem out of the way. Are we still going straight after Preston and the Digital Media Championship? Or are we going after Debo? Because I promise you, he ain't got a belt now, but that joke is coming soon. TD's days are numbered, in my opinion.
But hey,
Lionheart Championship. Who we got kicking right now? Ernon, right? What we got going on that?
Don't care about Ernon. Don't care about the Lionheart title. My sights are set on 2 people: Chris Preston and TD Shepard. TD Shepard, you think I forgot about you? I don't forget anything. You held me back for years in that tag team, and I was a joke. You saw that. I was the pin taker in that tag team. And you know how that made me feel? That made me feel worthless. But now that I got people like Dustin Rhodes in my corner, got people like Barrett Brown, some of the greatest wrestlers on this planet, telling me I'm great, I know I can beat you. Why don't you give me a shot? I mean, I know you got Debo in your way, but why don't you be a man and accept a challenge? As far as Chris, teacher-student, it's my first trainer. You don't see a lot of what goes on behind the scenes, but Chris, what you see in the ring is exactly how he trains us. He's a piece of garbage. He's full of himself. He thinks he's the best at everything. Well, it's time to take you down a peg. All this work I've been doing was for one thing: to prove you wrong. So, I want to be a champion.
Challenge has been thrown out. This is airing on YouTube for the world to see. I guarantee they're going to see it as well. Let's see who steps up.
We'll see.
We got anything else we need to share before we run away? I gotta breathe.
Things are picking up. Things are picking up. I'm getting my first out-of-state booking in November.
You're going to Arkansas, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to Arkansas, but that's just the start. That is the start of something huge for both me and for Kane. Because Kane is right there with me, hanging, and Collective's going to take over.
It's good times, man. Definitely good times.
Yeah.
Let's plug the socials real quick. We got League of Lions Wrestling on everything. You got YouTube, Twitter, X, Facebook, all that good jazz. Where are we going to find Kilgore Nix?
You can find Kilgore Nix at Kilgore Nix everywhere. Working on a website. I got the domain for it, so Kilgore Nix everywhere.
There you go. Anything else we need to add before we run away?
To the fans that watch this, just know that I appreciate you, and I got a lot of rage, but it's not for you. It's for these people in this business. So just know that I appreciate you. I see you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for joining us in the Lions Den. League of Lions Wrestling. Remember, our initials might be LOL, but we ain't no joke. Good night, everybody.